just calling to get in line with everybody.
Where my girls at? Where my girls at? Independent, free spirit. Ooh, it's some serious. Where my girls at? We ain't linked up in a cool minute. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. Where my girls at? It's going down, down. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right. It's going down tonight. We going out tonight. Yeah, right. We going out tonight. It's going down tonight. Yeah, right.
It's going down, down. Where my girls at? All right, all right, all right. Here we are. Here we are. Happy Friday. Here we are. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Force of Friendship. We got issues. There you go with the applause. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. You know, we don't know how to act without our applause.
It's Jalen.
Oh, Jalen. Hey, Jalen. Thank you, Jalen. Lady Crisette, you didn't have to give me the action. Just say, Sabrina, we have Jalen today. You don't have to give me all the attitude with that. But thank you, Jalen, for always taking care of us. You know, First Lady always trying to go off on somebody in a kind, polite way. And so that's why we got issues and we're the girlfriends. And we know how to make each other yin and yang. We've been together a long, long time, so we understand one another. Thank you to our tribe for being here with us on Friday. It's Happy Friday. We made it through another week. You need to give yourself a round of applause. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, we applaud you. We salute you and we thank you for being on We Got Issues with the Force of Friendship, 9-10 a.m., the Superstation, WFDF. Call in today. We are talking dating after divorce. We are talking dating after death. When is it time? When do you know it's time? When is the right time? When is the wrong time? Our guest yesterday said that we need to stop jockeying, stop campaigning, hustling for other people's opinion. You got to do what feels good to you. So for some of you, you dated quickly after death or divorce. For some of you, you're still waiting on the right time. So we want to hear your story. Maybe it was a parent's story, your parent's story. Maybe it was a girlfriend's story. But we want to hear from you. 313-778-7600. Is there a right time? Is there a wrong time? That's what we're talking about today. Well, the girlfriends are looking great. It's the holiday time. Gloria, she doesn't feel too good, but she's such a trooper. She's still coming on the radio. When she could have an excused absence, she is still showing up. Gloria, you are looking a little peaked. We hope you feel better. Like my mother used to say,
awful.
You know,
that is awful. Don't be bringing me on talking about I look peaked. Don't bring me on talking. I look the.
Can you spell that? I don't know how to
I
spell
look
that.
peaked is because I didn't put on my lashes. Okay, that's the only reason I look peaked today. Somebody said yesterday, girl, you got on full lashes. I said I can't do nothing without my lashes. But yeah, I'm a little peaked, but that's okay because I'm excited about this topic. This is a good topic. I'm all up in this topic. I'm like, I'm there.
Well, I told Gloria, I texted Gloria, I said, Gloria, you are the only one who could really speak authentically on this subject. So we need you. Are you going to be here today? The rest of us can think from theory and other experiences. Being a child of divorced parents, I can speak from that angle. But certainly, Gloria, we're glad that you pushed through, persevered, and are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Wait a minute. Stephanie Jackson, I see your comment. You got to call in. Don't be just writing it in the post. I need you to call in. 313-778-7600. Don't be scared. Sabrina's going to be okay. She's going to be all right. Go ahead. Call in.
We want you to call us, you guys. We want girlfriends because this is an important subject. Girlfriends always talk about it, so let's talk about it on the air. We have this platform. We know we can bless somebody with the dialogue today. Caterina, looking gorgeous in green. How are you today?
Oh my goodness. I am texting my cousin and saying, you know what, call in, because this was a conversation that I just had just a little bit ago. But from that conversation came this just, when you just really soak it in, I realized today that I am sixth generation from slavery. That Elroy, my daddy's dad,
Wow.
was David, and David's mother was Helen Stoudemire, and Helen Stoudemire's father was David Stoudemire. And that was as far back as I went. But David Stoudemire's father was Madison, who was a slave in Summersville, Alabama.
Wow.
The Stoudemires from Germany came into South Carolina and went south. And it's just
Wow.
interesting because she can't go back further than Madison. She was telling me that only if you own, because the slaves were property, only if somebody died would there be like a record, because they had to record their property. But I mean, just some of this was just my conversation just a little bit ago, and it just leaves you sitting there saying, it just leaves you feeling some kind of way and just reflecting. It's just interesting, and hearing as she was talking about different people in the family that I've never met, but hearing them talk about some of the things that I've like, that showed up in my family, that showed up in my life. I've experienced that. And people that are far apart, that DNA is strong. But then also finding out that I'm a descendant of some kind of princess named Zilla from Ethiopia. So I'm just gonna get my
Then you
crown,
want the DNA to be close. You're a princess, you want the DNA to be real close.
Exactly. Zilla was her name.
Bow down when you speak to me. Bow down when you speak to me.
Yes. And my father, this is the last thing I'll say, but my father, it was an aircraft engineer. There was a plane crash, and he went to Ethiopia to have the plane, to help to fix this plane that crashed in the desert. They couldn't move it or anything. And when he landed, they told him, "Welcome home. You are Ethiopian." And my father was
Wow.
Ethiopian. He came back, and he just always told us, "You're Ethiopian. I promise you." I don't know nothing. I don't know no connection. I don't know anything, but they told me and looked me in my face and said, "I promise you, you're Ethiopian." And just today I made that connection.
Wow.
Wow. So that's, it just makes you, no matter good or bad, I think everybody wants and has a need to know about where they come from,
Right.
So yeah, I know you're going to do a show. We all need to do a show about that, our ancestry.
Yeah,
We
for
do.
sure.
We need to do a show about that, because I don't care where I came from.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Gloria, you said? You're not sure, or you do know?
I said we need to do a show about that, because I don't care where I came from. But some people really do care. Some people really care. They really do. Like I don't. But I think we need to do a show about that.
It takes
Maybe
all
we can
time
find
to
some
make the world go
controversy.
round.
We can do
It
some
takes all
controversy on that
time.
one.
Hey, Katrina, you lost Gloria 30 seconds to do that conversation, okay?
She don't care. But that's interesting. You don't care. Yeah, it's interesting. That's interesting.
It's all interesting.
And you know what, you guys? Yeah, you know what? I really do. I think I love to hear the stories about individuals who connected with family members. I love to hear the stories of brothers and sisters that didn't even know they had a brother or a sister out there, and all because of DNA, they were able to find each other. And I'm going to tell you this, just recently on the Tamara Hall show, when I tell you that story was so amazing, one of the actresses, you guys remember That's My Mama? Do y'all remember watching that sitcom, That's My Mama? Well, the actress that played her daughter had a baby when she was 18 years old. She couldn't afford to have the baby and all of that. So she gave the baby up for adoption. Family adopted this young lady. And long story short, she grew up watching That's My Mama. And on the show, she said one of her girlfriends, when she found out that was her mother, she said she remembered as a child, one of her childhood friends said when they would watch, she said, "Oh, you look just like that lady. You look just like that." But she never thought anything of it. She had her DNA tested, Long story short, called this guy and said to him, my name is so and so. I'm trying to find the name of the actress, and I think she might be my mother. The man was her uncle, and he said, let me stop you right there. You're my niece, and you're my favorite niece. We've been looking for you a long time.
Wow.
You're my niece, and you're my favorite niece. And she had the actress and her. And the actress said she never got married, never had any children. She had success, but her entire time, that's the one thing that she could never fully enjoy her life, because she always wondered what happened to her daughter. So I think it's awesome.
I like those kind of
got a good
stories.
show.
They ain't got nothing to do with where she lived. I mean,
Oh,
come on
my
now.
goodness.
Come on, Chris.
Sitcom stories, ancestry, all that is good, you guys.
23 and me, right?
I never watch Netflix, you guys. You guys know I'm not a movie person. I'm not a TV person. But my daughter, Sydney, texts me and say, Mama, you got to watch Selling Tampa. Selling Tampa. Girlfriends on Netflix, Selling Tampa. When I tell you, it's like 6 or 7 African-American women sharp from head to toe. They do real estate in a big way. Have y'all seen it? Have y'all seen it?
I have.
You watch it, Gloria? You watch it?
She wasn't going to tell nobody.
Listen, let me say this. I just watched
Last night.
like 15 minutes of it because it's an off play of another show like that. And when I tell you those women, they be bringing it for real.
I mean,
it's a different kind of reality. Like I do it, but yeah.
The homes, you guys, $6, $7, $8, $9 million homes. They're young girls, young. I mean, and then it's a mess. You know, women always got to be messy. Either messy, sassy, trashy, gossipy. Oh,
that's why you love it, Sabrina.
Okay?
The homes are gorgeous.
That's why you love it.
The home, no, I like it for the real estate, Crisette. But when I tell you I got sucked in 2:00 in the morning watching 5 episodes back to back to back.
Sabrina.
And I'm gonna watch the other 3 tonight. Okay?
Can't wait. Can't wait.
You need to ask them where they're from too.
Yes. Oh, we got to find out where they're from for sure.
Yeah.
Girlfriend. That's a great girlfriend's chick flick. It really is. So anyway, oh my goodness. Let's get on with the get on. A lot going on. You know, of course, COVID cases are skyrocketing. Football teams are shutting down. Hospitals are overrun. Schools are closing. I mean, just all over. And so some people's travel plans are changing for the holidays. Families are second guessing what they should do for the holidays. Should they bring people home? Should you be around elders? Girlfriends, are your holiday plans changing? Or are you guys still doing what you were doing?
Still doing what we're doing.
The same. Mm-hmm. But mine's really small. So it wasn't a big deal. So that was, so far it's easy, but I will honestly tell you, we're all paying attention to it.
I mean, changing in that what we might have done out of the house might be different, in terms of that. And Anthony did travel this week, and I handed him, we had an N95 conversation, and he was, because I don't know if you've worn those masks. I'm not quite sure how they wear them all day in a hospital, but it's really, really, the ones I have they're hard to wear. And I'm not wearing that. I looked at it and said, wear this on the plane. Okay. Cause I looked at I go on the United app in advance, and I was like, It's packed. He's in the window. This is the window now that they said it's going to pass pre-pandemic travel. Like it's that many people traveling.
Yeah. The travel's really bad now. The travel's really a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But did you see them testifying? The president of all the major airlines testified in front of Congress, and were actually kind of advocating that you don't need a mask on a plane.
No.
Oh, please. Give me a break.
Then he got COVID. But he got COVID.
Okay.
I didn't know that.
I've heard enough.
I would be surprised.
I wonder where he's from.
To a break. It is time to go to a break. When we come back, we are talking Kanye. We are talking Kardashian. We are talking J-Lo. We are talking your mama. We're talking your sister, your brother, your daddy. We'll be right back. Nigel here at the Superstation.
We'll be back. We got a messy show today.
We're back.
love our commercial.
All right. We're back. We're back. We are back. This is Sabrina, Caterina, Crisette, and Gloria. We are talking dating after divorce, sometimes maybe death. It's hard, it's difficult, but it's easy for some. It's really amazing how some people pick up the pieces and keep it pushing. You guys, really in the news big right now is Kanye, also AK known as Ye, Y-E. Just call him Ye, all right? And Kim Kardashian. And, you know, we watch them. Some you love them, you hate them, but we all talk about it. Everybody's talking about it. And so we know that he is dating, she is dating, and they are not divorced yet. Not divorced yet. Not yet. Not quite. They are working on it, and they're going on with their life. It's just really strange, though. But, you know, in Hollywood, they do it a little different. But normal folks around the corner, they do it like that, too. Not even divorced, and they're still dating. And so we're going to talk about when is the right time. When is the right time? When is the wrong time? Kanye is seeing Benitria, a model, while trying to reconcile with Kim Kardashian. He got a woman living up in his Malibu home and still talking about, I want you back. Ooh, baby, I want you back. And she's like, nah, brother, you got issues, and I'm not trying to be entangled with you and your issues. But my thing is, Kim has those 4 babies. It seems like that would take up a lot of her time. So you guys, what do you think? The ink is not dry. They are not officially divorced yet, and they're both doing what they do. So, Gloria, you look like you got a lot to say on this issue. What are your thoughts, Gloria?
When I tell you, you are an A+ student at messiness. You are A+, A+, y'all. I'm gonna continue to strive to be as messy as you are. Okay, so here's my real thought.
I'm just stating some facts here.
Yeah.
The facts.
Yeah, I think that breaking up and getting a divorce can be 2 different things. You know, in my circumstance, it took me a long time to get divorced. It was very complicated. And so the marriage, for some people, the marriage is over way before the divorce is final. So there's a difference between the legal part of it, the emotional part of it, and the actual facts of it. Now, I don't know their deal, and they're very public, and young kids are involved, and you know, there's a whole piece about exposing your kids to new partners, new dating, new situation. You got that going on. But for me, if I can be truly transparent, it was a 3 or 4 year back and forth before we even really got to the divorce piece. And then the divorce piece is another 3 or 4 years. So it just really depends on, you know, some people can get divorced right away. They had a lot of money, the kids. I don't know what their situation is. But usually if you're in that relationship for a long time, it's very tangled. It's hard to get out of. You know, then there's people that are divorced and there's nothing combined, you know, so they can get a divorce quickly. I mean, this is a great topic because it can be very, very convoluted because people's circumstances are very different. However, it's a very
convoluted or complicated. Which one?
I think both. I really think I think it can be convoluted. I think it can be complicated, and I think it's the perspective. You know, maybe, you know, the wife wants to date right away, and the husband wants to claim like, no, you belong to me, or vice versa. So, you know, you got the spiritual startup part of it. You got the you know, you got all those parts of it. It's a lot of parts to it.
That's good. Gloria, hold that thought. I want to come back to you, but let's go to the phone lines. We've got a first-time caller, Larry. Larry, are you on the line?
There was on the while back, there was a very famous restaurant entrepreneur who had become ill. Supposedly, she had early stages or late stages of dementia.
B. Smith, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I'm just wondering, what do you ladies think about a situation like that? Was that too soon? Was it tacky, or I'd like to hear what you ladies have to say in regards to that situation. Thank you for taking that call.
Oh, that's a good
Thank you,
one.
Larry. But thank you for asking the ladies, because we certainly have thoughts on that issue. But Larry, I'm just curious. I know you want to hear what we think. Would you like to offer your thoughts before we give you our thoughts?
I think he hung
Larry
up.
say, I'm out.
Okay, go ahead, Chris. You had your hand up.
Let me talk. Go, Crisette.
Well, you know what? Let me just say this. I know we always say, you don't want to be judgmental unless you walk in somebody's moccasins. But when you take your marriage vows, you say, for better or for worse, to death do us part. And now, of course, we know people get divorced and all of the situations that go on with that. A lot of people don't end up being together till death do us part. But I just felt as if B. Smith's husband, when she fell into the Alzheimer's and he brought his girlfriend into their house, and mind you, I know she was helping to take care of her, and he tried to make it seem like, I'm sacrificing, going through this, I needed to have somebody to talk to, and all of that is true. But you know what? At the end of the day, life can be hard and life can be unfair. And I personally would feel some kind of way. So I'm letting Sabrina, Caterina, and Gloria know that, Lord forbid something happened to me, Bishop better not have somebody up in here talking about she helping me take care of her. I don't think so. You hire somebody to do that. But no, I don't think a nurse, a certified nurse. Let's be clear, okay? So
not even a CNA, but a nurse, okay?
And Sabrina,
she don't care where she's from.
Be
She
about
don't care what
70
country she's
years
from.
old.
Okay,
I need her to be about 70 years old.
My grandmother, who always had house help, we always had house help. She told my grandfather the house help needs to be fat, ugly, and broke. Okay, that was the recommendation. Okay, seriously, that was what she said. Okay, that's what she said. So back to you, Crisette, about Bishop. We don't need you bringing in no other first to handle first.
Thank you.
Business.
Come
on,
that. You got that. Okay, you got it on record.
Okay. But you guys, seriously, B. Smith, the amazing woman when she was well, just an incredible businesswoman, so fabulous. And for her husband to bring in his woman to take care of her. I mean, Larry, thank you for the question, but you don't want us to get hot up in here. Well, you did.
Yes, you do, because we've been dying to get hot. We've been dying to have some controversy up in here.
Yeah.
So we need to have some controversy up in here.
Larry, call back, Larry. We want you in the conversation.
Larry, from a man's perspective, we really want to know what you think, Larry, because the women, we all agree with Lady Crisette. I think it was. What'd you say, Caterina? Okay.
Your sister said, "Poor sisters will handle her."
Bishop,
but
you got
I have a question.
Sisters, you got the green sisters, and you got the F. You got the green girls and the FOF.
That's right.
You bringing somebody up in there. Okay, we got that. Katrina,
okay, but let's talk about this, y'all. Let's talk about this piece, which I found to be interesting, as well as with Kanye and B. Smith. The things that they're dealing with would not be dealt with if they weren't celebrities. I don't think it makes it right or wrong. I think that a lot of eyeballs get on it and introduces a lot of conversation. And I think there's a lot of unfairness. I don't think it makes it right or wrong. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying it makes it super difficult when you're really famous. And I think, I always think about this, the choice that people make when they go into a celebrity situation. The things that happen with them when they go there, will their choices be different if they didn't have to deal with that other large component?
But I wonder, in Kim Kardashian's case, for example, on that point, is it public because she's a celebrity and it's just impossible to keep it a secret, or did she not even try to keep it a secret? Like, is the publicity good? Because to me,
Wow.
it's like, okay, if you are gonna do what you're gonna do, why you gotta be so public with it? But maybe it's because she's a celebrity, and as soon as you step out your house, everybody knows your business. But it doesn't appear that way. It appears as if she's loud about it and loud and proud, you know. But back to the B. Smith situation, I wanted to ask a question because I agree wholeheartedly with everything you said, Crisette. I just want to add this other question. Would it have been better if he had just done it on the side? Not better, because I don't know there's a better or a worse. That's not a better, worse situation. But I've heard some men say at least he laid it out as opposed to just being on the side.
You know what? Wrong is wrong, but I mean, if you're going to do something like that, don't put it all out in people's faces. I mean, that some stuff you just keep private as you can.
Understood.
I just found it to be really, really crazy that he would say he would bring his girlfriend in to take care of his wife. You know, I hate that I judge like that, but there's no way that you could position that. It just couldn't be positioned right. It just couldn't be.
Imagine a woman doing that. Imagine it being the tables being turned and the woman did that.
Imagine that. Well, we're going to think on that thought. We're going to a station break to cool ourselves off. We'll be right back. Call us at 313-778-7600. We'll be right back. We got issues today, girlfriend, and we are talking about it. The men call in. The girlfriends call in. Divorced people call in. Single people call in. We want to know, when are you comfortable dating after divorce and or death? We want to know. We'll be right back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back with the force of friendship. We have over 100 years of marriage collectively. Gloria is twice married. And so we do feel that we have something to talk about on this show. We have something to lend to the conversation. We are talking divorce. We are talking whether you're divorced. Maybe you lost a husband via death. But why wait to date? When is a good time to date? Is it too soon to date? What do you think? What are the kids going to think? I will tell you that my parents divorced when I was in the ninth grade. And I was old enough to understand it. I was old enough to be able to have good conversations with my mom and dad about it. Most of you know that, well, maybe most of you, but I grew up with an alcoholic father, smartest, most brilliant man that I've ever met, kind, compassionate. But when he was drinking, he was someone else. And he sometimes created havoc in the home. And so when it was time for my mother to make that decision, I was her biggest cheerleader, like, Mama, go. Yeah, divorce him. Yeah, Mama, we ready to go, Mama. And so it wasn't sad for me. I was actually ready for my mom to be free of the headache and free of the uncertainty. But I am very grateful that my mom did not bring another man around right away. She was very mindful. She never spoke a bad word about my dad. She always said that when it was time for us to make our decisions and voice our concerns, we would be able to make that call. And so I am just so grateful that I had a mother who was smart, a mother who was kind, caring, compassionate, who handled it in the best way. My dad always continued to love my mom, and like Kanye, wanted her back always. And she said no, no, no. And he went on to marry 4 other times. 4 other times. Can you believe that?
Wow.
4 other times. Yep. But 4 other times. Yep. But would always find his way over our house for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know,
Wow.
It was really interesting. And I'd be like, where's your wife? Where's your wife, Daddy? Where is your wife? Why are you over here? And so it was always done in an interesting way that we always considered ourselves family, and there were no hard feelings. And so what do you guys think? I mean, let me tell you, I read a therapist got together and they said there are some tips before you start to date. What should happen after divorce and or death of a spouse? They said that in terms of divorce, they say you should wait until it's final before you start dating. Even if you know your marriage is really truly over, like you talked about, Gloria, months, sometimes years before it's final, you still need to give yourself some time and space. Although there's no magic time frame by which one is ready to date, we typically recommend that one wait at least a year. That's interesting. The therapist says separation or divorce is an emotionally draining time. Although it might be tempting to lick your wounds with positive attention from another, this distraction can actually inhibit you from the healing work that is necessary to move forward in a healthy way with someone in the future. Another tip said, make sure that you're dating for all the right reasons. Make sure you're dating for all the right reasons, because if the why is to avoid painful feelings like hurt, anger, or loneliness, then it may be helpful to take some time to heal before hurting someone else. Let's see. Set reasonable expectations is another point. You don't have to enter into a date assuming you'll get married, says therapist Morin. She's the author of 13 Things Mentally Strong Women Don't Do. That's a good book. 13 Things Mentally Strong Women Don't Do. Instead, you can look at it
really
as an experience to learn more about yourself and the new life you're creating for yourself moving forward. Let's see, another tip. Be honest about your past. Don't be misleading about yourself, your life, your children, or your interest. Eventually, the truth will come out. And that's interesting, like on these dating sites, because so many times they don't tell the truth. I have girlfriends like, girl, that ain't who he was, or he didn't say this on the site. And so they say, be honest about your past. Another tip, go slow at first. Go slow. So, Gloria, after your divorce, uh, Gloria, why are you laughing? I have to go to
Gloria,
you.
Gloria is the
You're the
show today.
expert. You're the
You
expert on the
the show. You the
panel.
expert.
You're the
This
expert on
show
the panel.
this show is We Got Issues. This show is We
We
Got
can't hear
Issues,
you,
and you're gonna find out
Gloria.
everybody's business
We can't
on
hear
this
you.
show. Oh, sorry. I said this show is We Got Issues, and you're gonna find out everybody's business on this show. So what is it, Sabrina, you want to ask me?
Gotta listen.
Gloria,
Las Vegas.
Gloria,
Okay.
Gloria. Did you
Yeah.
wait to date after your divorce, or did you jump pretty quickly into dating?
I didn't jump quickly into dating because I didn't want to date. I was like, I got married young. In my mind, I got married young, 21, 22 years old. And the divorce was the marriage was really hard. And it was very conflicting for me because my parents had a great marriage. So I saw great marriages everywhere. So for me to have a conflicting marriage was really hard for me to grasp. So I was like, forget it. And then I had a business that kept me very busy, and I was very excited about that. So, and then, like I told you on the show before, a couple dates I went on, I was so bored. I was like, this is like, no, I really go to sleep. But honestly, when I met Ken, it was the fact that we were long distance meant it had to be slow. So that was a great formula for us. He had two small kids. I had two small kids. So it was, we dated a long time before the kids even became a part of it. But the first night I met him, when we went and talked, we talked like about 4 hours straight. And it was the conversation where we put everything on the line. It's very interesting when you don't care, you put everything on the line. You take me as I am, and I don't have anything to hold back. And like we both were like this. oh. Yeah.
Gloria, I got to come back. We're going to take a caller, but when you say when you don't care, I want to revisit that and go into that a little bit. Let's go to Bernetta. Yeah. Bernetta, I hope you're still there. Thank you for calling. We Got Issues with the Force of Friendship. Are you there?
Hi, I'm here. Hello?
Hey, go ahead.
Bernetta, go ahead. Oh, okay. Well, I'm here. I myself have never been married or divorced, but my parents were divorced. Mm-hmm. Although I didn't know it. I didn't know that they were divorced until I was almost 10 years old. Because the two of them did such a good job of keeping their relationship with me first. I mean, I seriously had no idea that there was even any animosity because there was never a cross, never a look, never a rude or untoward word between the two of them. In fact, they did nothing but, listen to your dad, listen to your mom, support each other as my parent. And that caused some issues with me as when I got older. But it was the teenage, you didn't tell me the truth. You get seen. And I mean, I bless them to this day because the fact that they kept it civil and managed together to raise me, even though they were living separately. Come to find out, they probably divorced when I was around 2 years old. But Dad is career military, so I had zero idea. Because for me, him not living in the home was normal. Right. And, okay. Because of yeah, that was going to be my question, Bernetta. How did you not know? But because you were military, he was gone a lot. Wow, that is a great perspective. And aren't we grateful for the parents who kept it together for the children, because so many don't, and the kids get caught up in the crossfire. We gotta go. We gotta go to another caller and to our panelists. But thank you so much. You always add value to the show. Thank you for calling. We got issues. Happy holidays. Happy weekend. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Gloria, back to you. You said that you just didn't care. At that point, when you said, I didn't care, so we just put it all out there. At what point did you not care? And what does that mean?
What I meant by that is I didn't care for a boyfriend. I didn't care. I wasn't looking for a boyfriend. I wasn't looking for approval. I wasn't looking to see if you like me. I wasn't looking to show some kind of, perfect girlfriend. Remember when I met Ken, he said to me in the first 5 minutes, I'm gonna let you know I'm never getting married again. I said, that's cool, I'm getting married. And if you talk to me for any amount of time, you're gonna fall in love with me. I'm clear about that. So we were not thinking about girlfriend, boyfriend, but we obviously had an attraction there, which kept us in a conversation. So, but I wasn't, you know how sometimes you have to present yourself. If you want a boyfriend, you present yourself a certain way, but that wasn't part of that wasn't the introduction into our relationship. And that's what I meant.
Gotcha. Understand that. Wasn't looking. And I've always heard that, you find when you're not looking. And that's also very a good a place to be. Well, you guys, we got to pay some bills. We got a commercial break coming back up. Audience, stay tight with us. We'd love to hear from you. We know you want to talk on this subject. 313-778-7600. Maybe you started dating right away and somebody had something to say about it and it turned out just fine. Again, that's your prerogative. We want to hear from you. We'll be right back. We're back. We're back. We're back with the girlfriends. We got issues, and we are talking dating after divorce, dating after the death of a spouse. When is the right time? When is the right time? Should somebody be able to tell you when the right time is, or do you just follow your heart? We are talking about it all. And so here we go, girlfriends. We are talking. The chat is lighting up. We've had some interesting conversation. Rio is all up in it. He just wants to have the conversation. Move, Rio. He's all up in it. Okay. And so J-Lo, you guys, J-Lo, that chick, she lets no grass grow under her.
Right, right.
I really thought that J-Lo and what's my man's name? A-Rod. I thought they were going to be it forever. I mean, how does that happen? How can you be so in love and then within a matter of weeks you're on to the next? And I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, just flipping that switch, baby. Flipping that switch just like that. I mean, it's all good if it works for you, but it's like, what's love got to do with it, really? Can it be love when you can just flip that switch? What do you guys think?
Well, I gotta say this.
Is that the water in Hollywood? I just, maybe it happens to regular folk, everyday folk, but I think that's interesting. It's interesting. They just, Ben Affleck just talked about his did I hear it wrong?
Wife.
Literally on the radio,
His wife
dealt with alcoholism. And he said it was because of, who was he dating before?
Jennifer.
Jennifer Garner. He said it was because of her. So, I mean,
and then he tried to come back and clean it up. Then he tried to say, well, I don't want to talk about my girl's mother, blah, blah, blah. I didn't mean that. No, you said it. You said what you mean. I mean what you say. She either drove you to drink it or she didn't. Okay? Which one is it, brother?
It's just a lot. It's a lot. And then, I mean, it's just a lot. And to go for J-Lo to be so in love and then go back with somebody she loved before is like, were you really out of love with him? Or, I mean, it's
but you know what?
I think
nasty. It's just, you know, it's like, I mean, to be so beautiful and so you can't help but love J-Lo. I mean, the sister's bad, but it just makes you look like, ugh.
J-Lo. Somebody said her name is J-Lo or J. You know what the rest of it is.
Oh, you know what? You know what? Well, let me just say this. I think Sabrina is in rare form today. I think another issue, you guys, is people not being comfortable being by themselves. Okay? I mean,
wow, Chris, that's a big one.
Seriously, when you break up with someone that everybody thinks, you know, you guys have professed your love openly, you're always together, this, that, and the other. And then in a matter of a month, you're able to find, now, you know what, I'm not going to say, I just think that sometimes, especially in that realm and what they do, they just aren't comfortable being by themselves. And I think when you break up with someone and you've had that much time, as you said, Sabrina, they talk about a year. I'm not saying that you can't date anybody. I'm just saying, why is it 2 weeks later, you got to hook up with somebody else? Are you not comfortable in your own skin saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to love on me. I can hang out with my girlfriends. I don't need a man to validate me. That's going to be my show. We don't need a man to validate us as women. Okay.
Yeah. And Chris, but that might be easier said than done, because you know what? Quite honestly, have you ever been in a lonely place?
Absolutely.
You ever been lonely?
Yes.
Have you been lonely?
Yes.
Chris,
absolutely.
Really? When?
Seriously, we've all had relationships prior to getting married. And I remember having a boyfriend and we would break up. And I knew that he wasn't the right person for me. And I'm going to tell you, the reason I kept going back is because I missed the phone calls. I missed the cards. I missed going out. I missed all that being in a relationship had. And I promise you, I remember saying, God, just help me get through the loneliness, because the only reason I kept going back was because of the loneliness. And I said, please, when I feel like, because I knew I could call and we would be back together, I said, please give me the strength not to call. And I promise you, God answered that prayer, because prior to that, I kept going back and back. And it was literally that song, break up to make up, break up to make up. And I was like, I got to get off of this merry-go-round. So I absolutely know how being lonely can cause you to do things because of the loneliness.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's
got
good,
you.
Chris. That's good. That's good. We had to
you.
go
I
way
got
back.
you.
Somebody-
Y'all didn't know nothing about that, did you?
No.
We
You
did.
got us on that
You
one.
know-
You got us on that one. That's good. That's
Halle
that's
Berry, you know, Halle Berry, she's always word on the street about her and her men and everything.
Right.
And she's just a new level of confidence in her social media.
Right.
And
Right.
somebody interviewed her and said, you know, people talk about how you can't keep a man. And she answered and said, who said I wanted to? I was like, uh-oh.
Wow.
Okay. I was like, not Halle. You know, she was like, this is the reputation you have. She said, maybe. So I'm like, it's just a different situation. Yeah.
You know, I want to go back to that
says
thing
Nene
you
is
said.
dating again.
Yep. Her husband died this year.
Who is that?
This quarter. Nene. He died.
Oh,
just,
she's dating already?
yeah, he died
He
this
died
quarter.
2 months
Gloria.
ago.
Yeah, not
died
this
2
year,
months
this quarter.
ago. Please. That now that's just a bit much. Okay. Caterina, who is she
tell
dating?
the radio audience.
I don't know,
This
Terry.
is who we really are.
Talk to us. Tell us who she's dating, and maybe she was dating him before. And
That's Caterina.
I don't know.
Caterina.
I don't know.
You being messy now. You being real messy like Sabrina.
Yeah, you wonder if people just met, if they just met last month. Come on now. Come on.
Okay, and the thing is, it's not all of it. It's not just Hollywood stars, y'all. Y'all know it's not just Hollywood stars. It's happening down the street, over Grandma and them's house, Pookie's and them's house. It's a little bit of everybody who jumped back in really quick. And I know I got a girlfriend recently. She got married with the quickness, because you know what? They were going through divorce and he started dating real fast. She said, okay, well, let me beat you. I'm going to get married. You dating, I'm going to get a husband. Okay, we'll call it even. And so, you know what? She's married. He's dating heavy. Okay, they said Nene is dating Naya Nicello. Ooh, he sounds rich.
Google's name. Hold on.
Google that. Thank you, Carolyn Muse.
Like.
We're gonna Google, see who Nene is dating. That was quick, fast, and hurry. But the bottom line is, we're not judging. The moral to the story is,
we are judging.
Do you?
That's a lie.
Do what needs to happen for yourself. These girlfriends.
What'd you say, Chris?
We don't know somebody's story.
She said we're not judging. I said, yes, we are. We judging all day up in here. We judging you.
No, because you never know until it happens for you, with you, by you. Do what makes you happy. But the bottom line is, make sure that you're okay. Make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Make sure that you have time to grieve. Make sure that you have time to get okay with yourself. Because if you're not okay by yourself, you cannot be better or good for anybody else. Right. Our time is up. You've been amazing. Okay, let's see. There he is.
Born in Liberia. He's worth $5 million. He's a tailor, designer, businessman, and he owns his own suit company, Naoni.
And he got muscles.
And he got muscles.
There you go.
Okay.
You guys, you're crazy.
She ain't just
you're lazy. You're hazy. You're amazing. You're dating. You're gossipy. Bye. Happy holidays, tribe. See you later. Love y'all. See you Monday. Bye-bye.
Bye.